quick as all. And this morning is very cold, and I've left my hat in the car, but never mind. We're going to discuss a little bit about advanced composition techniques. It was very cold, so I actually did go back to the car and get my hat. I remember my gloves. They're quite lazy ones. They're actually designed for, they're quite thin, but they're like thermal. And because you know, big bulky gloves really, unless you need to. But these are pretty good because they're quite thermal, so they keep you nice and warm. But you've got little pads on your fingers, so I can touch screen. Anyway, enough of the waffling about unnecessary stuff. Yeah, advanced composition. So, I mean, you've all heard of rule of thirds and leading lines and all this sort of business. You see, they're your basic techniques. They're a good starting point, and the things that you will use even when you're doing the advanced sort of techniques and things. But when you want to start, progressing that little bit more, there's a couple of things to sort of think about, look for, and add to your image. I like you to go into what a rule of third is, because obviously you know what it is, because, well, I'm going to assume you do anyway. So when it comes down to more advanced techniques, the things you're looking for is you're not just having one subject or object within the image itself. So just for argument's sake, you've got to take a picture of a boat, you put the boat in the top left third, and you take the shot. There you go. Basic composition, and it probably look nice. But when you come down to more advanced stuff, this is where you need to add more into the image, which is like a foreground or a background. So I've come here, this specific one today, because there's going to be a couple of elements that are going to be actually in the shot, which I'll explain what they are. Is with groin is leading in from left. You've got a leading line. You've got the groin itself, which is an object. On the end of the groin, there's this like mast thing that sits there. And then we've also now going to have the sunrise. So you've got elements within that composition that's going to build up to make the image. Now, if you used to take the groin away and just take the shot of the sunrise, it'd probably look nice and pleasing, because today we've got some cloud cover coming up, and obviously the sun's actually going to rise, and it should give some really nice colours, some nice tones. I think it's going to look rather pretty. It's looking very, very moody over that side bit though, but and it probably look very, very, very pretty and rather, and probably a nice image. But by adding another element to this is where that you're going to go to that next stage. So when people start thinking about advanced compositions, they're thinking, oh, this is tricky, this is really, it's not, it's just adding something else to the image. But it's got to be something that is going to, how can we put it, blend into the image. It's going to, it's got to have something to do with the image, if that makes sense. If you're on a beach, you've got, say, a boat, and there's a rock in the foreground, have the rock in the foreground, because you'll see rocks on beach. It's something that's going to help, enhance that image, which is obviously, it's best if you do have something that is to do with the image. It's a bit of storytelling, and that's what you need to think of, is tell the story. I mean, you're not going to have a car in the foreground on the beach with, because it just, I don't know, it probably would work, it depends how you do it, but, from a sort of like thinking about it, it would work, because it doesn't seem to go with the image. That, in a nutshell, is advanced composition. Adding more to that image, but do it in a way that it's going to, enhance that image, really get it going. Like, just like I've explained here, got the sunrise, I'm on the sea, got a leading line in, which is a groin, which is also an object, which has also got a mast on the end of it. It's all adds together. So we'll explain this one on what we've done. We've got the groin that's leading from that lower left. It's going into the middle of the frame. It's got the red mast thing on the side. I've focused on the mast and done using my normal method where I digitally zoom in, so it's all manual, digitally zoom in, you know, focus, zoom back out, it's lovely. We've gone for an aperture priority mode here, and we've got the ISO is at 100 f9, and the shutter speed is, it's just disappeared off the screen, 1/25 of a second. It's sort of fast but not too fast, catching a bit of movement in the water. Yeah, this is a very lovely blue hour shot for you. So I mean, with this, what sort of things can you do? Well, you can slow this right down. I could put a filter on it. I could actually increase the aperture really, you know, a bit further up to slow the shutter speed down, get a bit more movement, you know, a bit more of a smudge of the water. I mean, you could even expose your bracket this one, just to try to get a bit more colour and detail from the groin, because it's a bit of a silhouette at the minute. There's quite a lot that you could do with this very, very simple, but it's pretty advanced composition. Another thing you'll notice about doing sunrises as well is that you always get a crowd. There's loads of people around. Or looking at me gone out. I think I'm talking to myself. Well, I don't know at what point the battery went on me wireless mic, but I'll find out when I get out. Anyway, that's for joining me on this one, guys. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care, stay safe. We'll see you soon.